Hey YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul. And today we're going to get your claps to sound huge and wide as you hear in a lot of popular tracks. In my opinion, the claps is one of the big driving forces behind a track. It gets the listener involved in the track. Of course, they can clap along to the track and it really gives some energy to your record as well. So let's go ahead and make sure that we get our claps nice and tight and our snares for that matter as well. So let's get straight into the tutorial. Here's what we got right here. We got a bass, we got a kick, and of course our clap that we'll be working on. It's just a standard EXS24 clap from the Classic Hip Hop Remix kit. So the clap is pretty dull on its own, and once I add in more instruments, this clap is essentially going to get lost in the mix. So let's go ahead and make sure that it stands out and lets our listeners get into the track. So first thing we're going to do is going to bring in an EQ, and we're going to apply some equalization. So first thing we're going to do is going to cut out the lows because you don't really need the lows on this clap. Nothing too crazy, just go up to around, let's say 255 hertz. Something like that is okay. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go over to this guy right here, the 750 hertz range. And just going to bring this down quite a bit actually, just to take away some of that ugliness sound. I'm just going to widen our bend a little bit. So right off the bat, we get a nice cleaner clap. But we're not going to stop there. I want to make it even more brighter. So we're just going to go over here. Just pull this all the way to here. Around the 7100 hertz range. I'm just going to pull this up. Just ever so slightly. And then on this purple guy right here also, if I can get it, we are going to pull this one up as well. My mouse is not playing nice with me today. So go something like this. Nothing too, let's go, maybe that's a little drastic, and we're going to cut off some of the highs. Go down to about, there's okay. So for the most part, I did take away a lot of frequencies, but then I did add a lot of highs just to brighten it up. Before, after, before, which will get lost in your track, and after, it'll be standing out. So here how's it sounds in your mix so far. Drastically changes the way that song sounds so far, which is making your clap brighter. I'm going to go ahead and actually save this as a preset as well for you guys, so you can download that in the info section below. But that's just a side note. The next thing we're going to do, we are going to bring in a sample delay. And I did this in one of my other tutorials, and I pretty much use this on a lot of tracks. Just to widen up our sound, we're going to delay one side or one channel. So usually I go for the right side, and I'm just going to pull this up to about 500 samples. And if you got your headphones on, off the bat, you're going to hear how it sounds nice and wide. On. Off. And of course wide. You always want your claps to be nice and wide to fill out your stereo spectrum, and this is a very quick and dirty way to get it to fill out that nice left to right stereo field. Very easy. Just sample delay one side and you're good to go, around 500 samples. Close that. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to bring in some distortion. And yes, you guessed it. I know a lot of you know this. I love my overdrive on anything really. So we're just going to go ahead and add in some drive. Of course, we're going to have to brighten this up here. And I'm just going to lower the output because it's getting a little crazy here. So this is before, after, before, after. It's a subtle effect just to make it a little bit more analog-y, if you will, rather than keeping it so digital like we had it. So here's our clap so far with the mix. Way better. Everything off. All right, so much better right there. I'm also going to take this a step further and show you guys another one of my tricks. I wasn't planning on it, but I figured it'd be nice. I'm going to open up a new software instrument track, and we are going to load in a ESP synth. What I like to do on build-ups and EDM tracks, or even pop tracks and trap tracks nowadays, you want to add some white noise on top of your clap to really pierce that percussion sound out of the mix. So let's go ahead and quickly create some noise. Just like that. Pull this up. Sorry guys, I'm just doing this quickly here just so we don't waste too much time. We want a quick attack. We don't need the decay to be so long, but we might adjust that later. Or at least it's okay out there, maybe a little longer. All right, so let's go ahead and draw in a MIDI region. And we are going to draw in a hit wherever time our kick and clap hits to really bring out the sound. So if you hit Apple R on your keyboard, select your notes, hit Apple R, and type in the number of times you want to copy a note over, and it does that. Very easy just to copy notes over. Now on this own, of course, it's very, very bright. But with the clap and the kick, it kind of brings it out a little bit as a click would on top of a kick. I'm just going to go ahead and just edit this a little bit here. I wanted some more of that noise there, not just a little hi-hat hit. All right, so we're gonna make this a little less as well. Doesn't have to be in your face, just there to kind of accent the kick and the clap. So here it is without that white noise sound. And we're gonna bring it in right now. You don't really pay attention to it when it's in there, but it adds definitely something else into the track, and you kind of miss it once it's gone. What you would typically do for something like this is EQ out the lows as well. And a little bit of the highs as well. Just kind of gets you moving there. So that is how you create a nice wide and huge clap. I've also added this little white noise effect on top of your kick and clap to kind of bring home this kind of build up nicely in your track. If you have any questions on this, of course, you can ask me in the comments below. As usual, guys, remember to upload your music to imamusicmogul.com. Remember to thumbs up this video if you did like it. And of course, remember to subscribe for more good videos as they're always coming, guys. Talk to y'all soon. Later.